The UK is considering restricting arms exports to Israel should the IDF conduct a ground offensive into Hamas's last major stronghold in Rafah. Sources told British media that the legal status of export licenses would be reconsidered if operations in Rafah are found to be in violation of international law by not taking extraordinary steps to prevent harm to civilians, a topic that took British Parliament by storm Wednesday night as lawmakers demanded an immediate ceasefire.
A ground offensive in Rafah would be a humanitarian disaster, a moral catastrophe, and a strategic mistake. It must not happen.
But is that just sound and fury signifying nothing?
I think it'll depend on the further developments in the war. I don't think that the Sunnah government will want to do this by any means, but public opinion may force them to, and their legal commitments.
The last year on record had about $53 million of arms exports from the UK to Israel, or about 1.9% of what Israel imports from other nations. Noticeable, but not backbreaking. But 5 other nations have already suspended arms deliveries, in part or in whole, or are in a legal dispute over those same arms. Belgium, the Netherlands, Spain, Italy, and Japan make that list, but their contracts are negligible, even compared to the UK. But Britain would be the first great power to join in.
Oh, no, these most certainly aren't irrelevant countries. Belgium may be a small country, but it's part of the EU. Japan that you mentioned, the fact that Israel has a growing relationship with Japan, not just in the commercial area, but in the last few years, the beginning of a military relationship and a cyber relationship. These are all very important relationships in and of themselves, and it is part of the growing delegitimization of Israel in the international community.
Israel has vowed to push into Rafah beginning March 10th, should the 134 hostages held by the Hamas terror group not be released. Recent special operations in Rafah have already liberated 2 civilian hostages, amid increased public demand in Israel to continue operations there.